From Los Angeles, California, via Santa Barbara, we have singer, dancer, and hip hop artist Nyna Rose. Fresh off the release of her brand new EP titled Out of Reach, this project features standout singles like Do My Thing and Hold You Down, highlighting her raw lyrics, dope voice, and her signature ability to seamlessly switch between singing and rapping. In addition to her music, Nyna Rose is also known for her powerful visuals and captivating choreography, as seen in music videos such as Homegirls, The Middle, and Get That. Tune in to learn about her journey in music, her latest EP, Out of Reach, and what she's got coming next. At 4 o'clock LA, 7 o'clock New York. Let's bring her in.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Nyna Rose. It's an honor to have you on. You look phenomenal.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see you also. I wanted to ask, you dropped your new EP, Out of Reach, on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the EP Out of Reach, Valentine's Day, the meaning behind the title, all those details.
Yeah. So Out of Reach was really fun to make, first and foremost. It was definitely during a time that I was just out of reach. Like, I didn't want to be, I guess, available to everybody. I didn't have the energy, to be honest. And it was just a time in my life that I needed to decompress and just kind of be by myself. So all of those songs that are on there are deeply meaningful. Of course, all of my songs are deeply meaningful, but those ones were the ones that I created when I was kind of hibernating and just having my own time, you know?
So, like, that actually provides a lot of good context, because the way I interpreted it was like, more like, you can't catch me now. Like, I'm gone. Like, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Like, I hit another, because it feels like it too, your discography. Like, you've been dropping all these singles, then comes the EP.
Yeah.
It's like, see you later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that. That's better than mine. Why didn't I say that?
That's the new answer.
Yeah, you're right. I like that one.
But I totally understand that in this hyper-connected era in which we live in, it's
Right.
it's hard to find time, you know?
Yeah, I agree. So, I think you had asked me one more question though that I didn't quite catch about the EP.
You know, you dropped it on February 14th.
Oh yes, Valentine's Day. That was my Valentine's Day gift to myself. And for all of the ones who didn't have a Valentine. And
right, because it's Nyna Rose. It's roses.
It's roses. That's true.
Flowers.
You can never go wrong with that, you know?
That's really good. So so that it had like a double meaning. You dropped it on Valentine's Day, which is a beautiful kind of day, and it's a way to commemorate it. And then also it's a body of work when you created some space for yourself.
Yes. It was so nice. That was definitely something that was long overdue. It was something that was a project that was supposed to have 8 or 9 songs. And a lot of personal stuff happened right before the release. A lot of family stuff. It was crazy. Hope one day I'll get into it, but not today. And it was just symbolic also to be able to drop it, and maybe not, it wasn't so lengthy. It wasn't an LP, it was just an EP, and it was short and sweet, just like me.
That's good.
Yeah.
You just hinted that it was going to be a bigger project. Does that mean that there are songs that aren't on there, that there is, something percolating?
Yeah, definitely. There are a lot of songs that haven't been released. I mean, you've interviewed quite a few people, and I think most artists would agree that we always have stuff that we might not ever release. But I like the saying that when I die, I want to die empty. So I want to release all of these things, and I will in due time. But I do have new stuff coming, and as well as songs that just didn't make it to the album that might make it to the next one or be released as singles.
That's dope. So for this project, for Out of Reach, were there songs that like were ready that didn't make it because of, it just wasn't write on this project? Or I know that the project was actually, because it says on there, it says written by Nina, and then you
Yes,
also have like the production
right.
credits. So can you talk to us about like where you recorded it, who you're working with, and then maybe
Yeah.
some of those songs that didn't make it, are they going to be Lucy's, or are they going to be in something else, that we'll see this year, maybe next year?
Yeah, so I want to first and foremost give a shout out to Smart Media Productions and 203 Studios and Mind Off. So I mean, I recorded most of the album with Smart Media Productions in Ventura, and we just put our head down and we just worked. I mean, for 8 months or so. On top of working on a separate EP, we were also producing and releasing singles and music videos and choreography and all of that.
Yeah.
Um, Anyways, so big shout out to them. I love you guys and thank you. Um, there were maybe 5 songs that didn't make it on that EP
Wow.
that I would like to release. One of them, I mean, I guess they just didn't fit the vibe that the EP was giving. Um, and they'll fit the next one. But a few of them were R&B. And I kind of have been mentioning in my
Yeah.
stories and just, like I just want to do that right now. I know I can rap and I'm very like humble and confident about that.
Yeah.
I really just right now in my life want to sing. So any new stuff that is going to be coming out is probably just going to be R&B. So I'm excited about that and I hope all of my listeners love it.
Talk to us about that.
Yeah.
So do you have like so in your stories you've been keeping us all up to date in regards to like I got this itch, I wanna sing, what do y'all
Yeah.
think? And people have been really positive in their
Hmm.
feedback, like yes,
Yeah.
bring us to R&B. Um is the next music that we hear from you you more because you've come out singing, you're singing on various songs, but now is that gonna be like the focus?
I think so. I think I would like to sing a little bit in Spanish as well. I want to be able to give, like, like I said, Caliuchis is a maybe the Marias. I don't know if you guys know who that is. If not, you should really look them up. Um, I don't know, just like that soft Latin American feel, you
Yeah.
know, something that's not as popular, I guess, or not popular. What's the word I'm looking for? I think that a lot of artists and people will copy what is mainstream,
Yeah.
and it's, normal to do so, I suppose. That's what we're all seeing, that's the images that are reflected to us. But I think I always want to do something that's a little bit different or mixing styles that people wouldn't usually mix together. That's
That's
what I'm
dope.
trying to say. So I want to be able to just express myself. And I think for the last 2 years straight, I just needed to rap. I would sing my choruses. I would do a couple of R&B songs, but now I'm really just kind of in my feminine energy, and I just want to sing and create.
Yeah, that's really dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you've got bangers like Favor,
Hmm.
right? Where you're like giving
Yeah.
us bars,
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And but like you said, you were like in a season, and now
Yeah.
you are very aware, you're self-aware that where
Right.
your creativity is and where you are
Yes.
emotionally is in this, communicating um yourself and who you are and your emotions through singing.
Right.
That's dope.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm really excited. So now that you brought up Favor, it was on the, wait, it was a single,
It's
so it
a
wasn't on
single.
the, I get confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that single was released last year and I just never made a video for it. We had just finished doing the middle, which was kind of a big
Yeah.
production.
Yeah.
I have a vlog coming. I will put it on YouTube. It was a whole thing. Um, and so we just got done doing the middle and Homegirls and doing so many things that
Yeah,
I was like, I don't think this one
big
needs a
videos with
video.
concepts and people and
Yeah.
like all out videos.
Yeah. So I kind of took a break, not a full on break, because I never take breaks all the way, but I decided, you know what, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and do a dope video or visual for Favor. And Favor was so fun to write. I literally just sat down and just started writing it. I sometimes with certain songs, it takes me a month to write a song.
Yeah.
Favor, I sat down and I was done in like 20 minutes. And I was ready. It was ready to come out. You know what I mean?
That's
It was time. So
so dope.
yeah, it was really fun. And I mean every word that I said. So, and then the visual or the music video will be coming out in a couple of weeks. So I'm really excited to share that with you
Also,
guys.
Favor, like the video
The
shot.
video we just shot it, and I'm waiting for the videographer. Shout out to New Heights Films. I'm waiting for him to just send me clips, and I'm gonna be flooding your guys' feed with what the video is gonna look like and previews and all of that stuff. So I'm excited for that. Also, we just shot a visual for Baby Don't Let Go, which is the last song on my EP, I believe. And I'm really excited for that one as well because what the music video we did for Favor and the visual that we did for Baby Don't Let Go is just two completely like it's
Right.
just opposite kind of. It's the two sides of me for the most part. So there's one side of me that's a little more hardcore. Like I'm always gonna say what I need to say respectfully but loud and proud and rap my ass off. And then the other side of me is very feminine and just girly and wants to just have all the glitter and the lighting and whatever. So it's a really cool contrast, and I'm excited to share it with everyone.
That's really dope because that means that like for the next several weeks, we're gonna have a lot of content, new content,
Yeah,
visuals, and then contrasting
yeah,
visuals, all as you enter your R&B era.
yeah,
It's kind of
yeah.
cool.
It'll be so fun. Oh, I have one more actually coming before I enter my R&B year. Two more. I can't. I'm trying to keep track. I think most artists would agree. We work on like multiple projects at one time, and when it's time to like talk about them or whatever, it just gets hard because we're like doing so many things.
Yeah,
So I'm going to release a music video for Do My Thing, which was the number one song on my EP.
dope song.
And that will be, I guess, in a month. So pretty soon. And then I have a new song coming, brand new. Nobody has heard it before. And I'm really excited for that one as well.
So, can you talk to us about like, I guess, creatively, like as an artist, as a businesswoman, as a
Mhm.
music business um, person, how do you kind of like do EPs, singles? What are your thoughts on? Because I think that a lot of artists are like figuring it out because the landscape, the
Mhm.
music business is like changing,
Yeah,
right? So physical media in a weird way is back as what you sell along with shirts, hoodies, beanies,
right.
you know,
Merch.
caps,
Yeah.
merch, right? So they're kind of like a vinyl, a tape, a CD. You can play it, but it's kind of a collectible now, right?
Hmm.
And then there's streaming, and there's like we're like in an EP era, right? Where
Yeah.
lots of EPs, just collections of small collections of songs. But then albums are dope, but singles are dope, and you're kind of doing so far. You've been doing singles, EPs.
Yeah.
Singles aren't necessarily on any other project.
Hmm.
So creatively as an artist, what is your like how are you going about it? Like what you choose to release as a single, does that single get released on something else? How are your bodies of work developing? How are you approaching that?
That's a really good question. I've never been asked that before, so I appreciate that question. I always try to keep it real and I always try to be honest
Yeah.
and not make it seem like I know the answer maybe to every question.
Yeah.
That question's really interesting. I think I go with the flow and I do what I feel is right during that time. I feel like if I'm praying about what I should do next with my music, and then it's really put in my soul to just sing, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna probably drop singles that are just R&B singles and do some dope visuals for them and just be in my creative era. When I did Out of Reach, I was like, I just want to do a solid project, and that's what I put a lot of my focus into, like my extra time. That's all that I did. Um, so I think whatever is leading me to do that, whatever music that I write is from real life experiences.
Yeah.
So however I'm feeling during that time is going to determine what I'm releasing and what I'm singing, what what my lyrics are saying, you know, and if that visual will need choreography or what the setting is going to be like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah, for example, the next video that I'm gonna do, the next two videos I'm gonna do, one will be shot in LA, and I'm like, I just want a really nice like 1967 Chevy, like a cherry red one, and I just want to just ride around in it and get some good shots. And I don't want to spoil too much of it, but like just dress up and have a good time, you know. And the other one I'm going to release is going to be kind of to kick off the summertime. So all of my friends, acquaintances, just having the kids running around, bubbles, food, like a good time, you know, just us doing our thing and kind of giving everyone a first look at it and just getting ready to kick off the summer. So whatever I'm feeling is whatever is going to be at the front line of my music, definitely.
That's dope. That's a really good answer, I think, because like, some people approach it like real data,
Hmm.
real like, like this is what's working right now. And then a lot of, this is music, it's creative, it's artists.
Yeah,
And a lot of artists really just um either follow their creativity, or they pray, and they feel whatever they're connecting to
right.
spiritually, right? But there's kind of like those two camps,
Hmm.
creative feeling, and then like data
Yeah,
and statistics, and like,
right.
and it's really, I always find that interesting, because we're in an era right now where artists have tremendous power, and
Hmm.
the ability to release when they want to, and
Right.
oftentimes kind of record,
Mhm.
um, whether it's videos or music.
Right.
Often, like if you want to, you can kind of record. You could get ideas down. You
Oh
can
yeah.
collaborate with people. You
Right.
know, it's
Yeah.
really dope. Can you talk to us about the people that are like in your camp that you work with? We know Smart Media. You just did the EP with them. You
Mhm.
got the R&B era
Yeah.
coming. You mentioned also maybe working on some Spanish
Right.
things. Can you talk to us about different people you work with
Yes.
and who you go to for different
Yes.
things?
Right. So, I guess the first one that I'll bring up is one of my main producers. His name's Hiroki. So shout out to Hiroki. He's in Venezuela.
That's dope.
So it's really cool to be able to work with him. And I will send him ideas. And like with Favor, I just sent him different ideas. And he's like, okay, I'll make that beat for you. Like, we got it, whatever. And I'll let him know, like, okay, let's do a hi-hat. Let's put a hi-hat in there, or, whatever. Like, we produce it together. So that's really fun. And who else? Let me see. I guess a couple people from like my creative team that are there when I'm doing music videos that are really helping, like, just, I don't know, helping me to set up. Like the last music video I did, I was on top of my car.
Hmm.
And I was so embarrassed because like I didn't wash my car. I should have gone through a car wash. Like, why do I have a Lexus and it's dirty?
Right,
And I'm
but
like
the
trying to
camera
show it
the
off.
camera doesn't pick that up.
It better not. But for instance, somebody actually like for my team just came and started cleaning it, like just wiping it. Like they're on it to just be in there to help. And I love that. And really, they're all really sweet, and they all know me well. So they know that this is my life. Like this is what I love to do. And I think we just all kind of have that in common. Oh, and also shout out to Dr. DJ. He's an amazing singer. He did backup vocals for me on my single The Middle.
Ah,
So I'll be doing like vocal coaching with him for these next coming songs that I'm gonna do, some R&B songs. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a small team, but we're mighty. And I'm really grateful for all of you guys. So thank you.
that's dope. You hinted that maybe there might be some more Spanish,
Yeah.
um, music coming. Have you ever done a song completely in Spanish?
I I have. It hasn't been released. It was really difficult. I am a Black Latina, but my Spanglish is like it's mid, and I always work on it, you know. But singing in Spanish is so much easier for me than speaking it, which is so weird.
Yeah, like
So
Selena, right? That's how
yeah,
Selena
yeah,
was.
pretty much.
Mhm.
I'm just like a darker version of her. Like, I couldn't. If I had to sit and do an interview, it would be rough. Like, I can't just sit and like hold solid
Yeah.
conversations. I do my best, and I think that I do pretty well for really not being taught Spanish on my mom's side. They spoke English, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
they grew up here since they were 2, 3 years old. So I don't know, but I think bringing awareness to the Black and Brown community and trying to bring that community together at any point in time is going to be super
Yeah.
beneficial. Sometimes when I've been at car shows or cruise nights or whatever, there are beautiful brown people, there's beautiful black people, and they're both like grooving to the same kind of music. Like if Smokey Robinson is on,
Yeah.
we're all harmonically gonna start singing, you know?
Yeah.
And just having that in common, like just watching everybody together is amazing. So I really hope and pray that my music is something that can bridge
Yeah.
that gap that's sometimes there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I am excited to release some things that are going to be in Spanglish, but continue to work on those projects. So it'll be exciting.
How did you learn Spanish?
Friends and my friends' parents, and pretty much just growing up in a community where everybody spoke Spanish for the most part.
Yeah.
And my mom's family is from Costa Rica. But all of my friends, their family was from Guatemala or Mexico. So
Yeah.
I would learn a lot about their culture as well, which was really cool. Um, and a lot of things that are really similar in all of our countries, you know,
Hmm.
food and certain sayings and whatever, religion, stuff like that. So mainly my friends. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. There's another thing that's like a really big part of your life, which is dance,
Yeah.
right? You are passionate about it. You're amazing at it. You incorporate it in your music videos, in your shows. Talk to us about that part of your life.
Yeah. I have been a dancer since I was 5. Um, and I did ballet, hip hop, jazz, cheerleading, um, any kind of dance you could think of, a little bit of flamenco. And it really was the way I expressed myself before I was able to even write. I mean, when I was a little kid, I was just dancing because at that point in time, you're not really able to sit there and, write these lyrics or whatever. So um, I know I've been dancing a really long time and I love it. And I've been working with P Money, who's out of Santa Barbara, California, and she's been amazing and so supportive and has really brought me back to like my dancer roots. So we're going to continue. We took a little break because she did a vacation. We're going to continue like the dance challenges, which has just helped me a lot. And to engage with everyone else, like, what do you guys want to see? What kind of styles are you looking for? And people are really like engaging, and I love that. I just want to give content that people are gonna like to watch, And dancing is such a huge part of my life, and I'm really grateful to God for it for sure. So, kind of fusing it with my music and being able to like bring those things together has been a blessing, and I hope to do it much more this year.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Do you have a favorite type of dance? Like, is there like a style that's like your jam?
Yeah, I want to say hip hop, but unfortunately, I'm such a ballerina. Like when we did the choreography for Homegirls, it was a little hard. Certain
Yeah, because
parts,
like you're like popping, like there's certain moves where like
yeah,
you're doing a little popping and stuff.
yes. And I should have vlogged that or like recorded it, but Paris was like really trying to get me to understand a couple of moves that I just wasn't understanding because my body is like trained to do ballet. So moves that you need to have a little bit of like slouch in your body or
Yeah.
move a certain way. I was like, I can't do that. Like
Right, you're
I'm like
like,
I'm up here, yeah. And it was so funny, but um, Homegirls was definitely like one for the books, and I hope that we do another one like that really soon.
that's dope.
Mhm.
That's dope. You
Yeah,
you mentioned the vlog. You mentioned it on, on your Instagram
yeah,
also. Talk to us about the vlog, what the plans are, what we could look forward to.
hmm definitely. So I've been wanting to do it for the last couple of years, but I think I put music in the forefront. That was the most important thing at that time. And I have a couple of vlogs that I just need to finish editing. One of them is for the day that we shot the music video. It was my birthday. It was the day after I had gotten my dream car. I have like the cutest clips of me taking the kids to school in the car, and they were just like, "Oh my gosh, like I can't believe this is ours." Like all of my hard work was really being seen in this vlog. We had one of an actor from one of my favorite shows come and actually be in the music video. So like meeting him was really cool. Just celebrating my birthday afterwards. So I will be dropping that. I just need to finish editing it. I'm thinking about just doing everyday life vlogs. As a single mom of an 8 and 11-year-old, it's difficult. Like it gets really hard. It's difficult to try to plan everything,
Yeah.
you know. I have to go to the studio on Wednesday, but I also run my cleaning company, so I have clients on this day, and this day. The kids have, you know, a thing at school. And then I owe somebody a chorus, so I need to make sure I record that. So it can become very crazy. And I really want to, I think being able to kind of calm down recently and like think a little more clearly as my kids get older, it's easier for me to have time. I realize that these are things that I actually should be sharing. There's probably single moms out there who are artists or also, you know, singers or whatever, and dancers and whatever, and they're feeling overwhelmed and they're feeling like I don't know how to do this shit. This is hard,
Yeah.
and it is hard, but it's not impossible. So I think that's what my vlogging is going to be. It's just going to be me allowing everyone to have that deep dive into what my reality looks like. I've had some comments, you know, from people who are pretty much saying like, "Well, everything looks great on Instagram. Like, you look like you're doing so well." I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I am. I'm always positive and happy or whatever, but you never know what someone's going through."
Yeah.
So I think it's really important to show that and really show like the craziness as well. Um, and so I'm really ready for that era as well. I am gonna be just learning how to vlog on a more professional level,
Yeah.
and just I guess we'll all kind of just go through that journey together of watching me progress. So I am really excited about starting that journey as well.
You know, it's those the I guess the era of, I'm gonna just call it like an influencer for lack of a better word,
Yeah.
but personalities, right? People
Right.
out there that you kind of know.
Hmm.
My daughters, right? They watch like all these people,
Uh-huh.
and they're wildly entertaining. Like there's these
Yeah.
three sisters that do stuff,
Yeah.
and there's these other, and they
I
have
know
like,
it's really
it's
entertaining. It
wildly
is.
entertaining, and it's
Yeah,
fascinating how
it
this
is.
kind of like it's like a version of reality TV, but it's
Yeah.
like they've created their own lane, and some
Hmm.
of them are very successful.
Exactly.
Separate from the success, they've got engagement in people's lives that they're impacting, and it's
Mhm.
like a time capsule, right? It's a
Yeah.
time slice of you.
Right.
At some point in time, you're not going to be this, and it'll
Yeah.
be nice to look back on
Mhm.
it, right? So it's really dope.
Right.
Where are you planning on doing it?
Where? So, I mean, at home and wherever I'm going throughout the day. Like, I think I would even vlog, you know, dropping my kids off at school. Sometimes what drop off looks like is crazy. You know what I mean? And I don't know, whatever me and my kids do, we really have a good time, which is great. I wanted to keep that part of my life private, I guess. And
Yeah.
that's why I was like, I don't want to release all of this right now. But we have fun. Like we'll go out to the beach, then we go to the pier, then we want to go to dinner, then we'll go shopping at Claire's, and then we're just walking around the mall. You know, like we go do cool stuff. And we live in Santa Barbara and are always in LA. And there, I mean, there's just always something to
Right.
see
And the
in
whole
the,
world wants to see that. It
yeah,
happens to be a part of the world that
yeah,
everybody in the rest of the world wants, can't get enough of.
yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of content in my life, even though I really don't like this whole year, I really haven't drinking. I'm like, I don't want to go out. I don't want to do any of that stuff, which I never really did anyways. So it won't be that kind of content. I'm not traveling to different countries all the time and things like that right now. But here, like in my little world, there's so much to be discovered. There really is. Like, and I know my personality, and I'm definitely an introvert. But when I have the opportunity to just control my environment and record like that, it's amazing, you know. So I've been learning how to open up and kind of reflecting, and maybe that's why I held on to some blogs that are still being edited and I haven't
Mhm.
released certain things yet. because like I was saying earlier, like in my prayer time, I just do what I feel is right during that time,
Yeah.
and it wasn't time for that yet, you know.
Yeah.
But I am really excited.
That's
Yeah.
dope. Is it going to be on YouTube or
Yes,
Instagram?
it'll be on YouTube. I think that I'll put like short teasers or reels
Hmm.
of what the vlogs are gonna look like, and then just obviously the links will be in my bio to my YouTube where everyone can watch them. So I'm really
And
excited about that. Yeah.
for us to capture it here, what is your YouTube? How can people find you?
Yeah. So all of my social media is the same. So it's Nyna Rose Music, and that's spelled NYNA ROSE Music. So my YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and everything else is Nyna Rose Music.
That's dope. That's
Mhm.
dope.
Yeah.
Can you take us into what it's like making a song with you? Like, how do you write songs? How do you, like your EP says, written
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
Nyna,
Yeah.
right? Like, it's
Yeah.
talk to us about that creative process.
Mhm. So I think I was mentioning a little earlier, sometimes it really depends. It will take me a month to finish a song. Do My Thang, which is the first song on my EP, took me 1 year to finish.
Wow.
And it was just the first verse was done. The chorus was kind of done. It was the second verse that I just couldn't come up with for a year, you know. And it really just depends, I guess. If I can't find the right words, I will wait. Like I won't try to rush it
Hmm.
or force it or have someone co-write it for me if I feel like this is something that I need to get out off of my chest. I will wait, you know, and take as much time as I need to write. Like I said, Favor, I sat down and wrote that song in like 20
Which is
minutes. It was
amazing
just a
because it's
mind
such a
dump.
banger. Yeah, it's such a
Yeah,
banger.
thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it was just me mind dumping everything and kind of giving like my little attitude with it and then
Hmm.
being like, okay, I'm all done. And I felt better. I can tell you, like, my friends or people I work on music with were like much happier to be around me probably because I had gotten all of that off my chest, you know? So writing has been so amazing. I've been writing for a long time, longer than I've been doing music. I think poetry is just one of my besides dance, like one of my number one priorities and things, like first loves that I have. So writing a song with me is unpredictable, but the recording process is pretty organized. I like to keep things pretty organized. And if I feel like I'm not able to finish that song, I'm gonna kind of put it to the side and keep going and do the next thing and whatever. But recording with me is also, I don't know, it's it can be crazy, but I like to keep it organized. That's why I like to record with the few people that I record with because they know how I work. But I am excited for this year. Hopefully, I will be branching out, maybe going to New York, working with different producers, and trying to just spread my wings a little bit more.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. You mentioned that you've got several visuals coming up, some that have already been shot, some that are coming.
Right.
As we start to wrap up, is there any, projects dropping outside of visuals, but like actual like EPs, albums,
Yeah.
things that you want to share with us that are coming in 2025?
Yeah, so I haven't planned this year to release another album. I would like to. I have lots of things that, like I said, were unreleased that I already have in mind for the next album that didn't make it to this one. But as I kind of navigate what this R&B era is going to be like, I think I would wait on doing another LP or EP album. I think for now, my creativity just calls for doing singles,
Yeah.
and that's kind of what I'm gonna do, I guess. But I would like in 2026 to release an LP, which obviously will take some time. Right now, I just really want to work with other artists. I would love to feature with other people, and I have a couple of projects that I'm really excited for, working with individuals who like I even grew up listening to and having the opportunity and the blessings for stuff like that. So I'm really excited for what's to come, and I'm grateful for people like you who give us a platform to talk about it. So I really do appreciate that.
Thank you so much. I mean, you've worked with Young Quicks. Young Quicks
Yeah.
has worked with a lot of
Yeah.
people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Mhm.
dope. And
That
I'm looking
was
forward to
fun.
seeing you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, Chris.
That's really dope. It's been an honor to have you on. I can't wait to see the new music videos coming up. Right, that's gonna
Yeah,
be dope,
that'll be
and
fun.
all of the new singles come in. The R&B era,
Yes.
the vlogging. You're gonna bring us in to your world.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Thank you so much for like giving me the chance to just talk about everything and let everyone know what's to come.
Nyna Rose, it's an honor to have you on. I look forward to building in the future.
Thank you.
Okay,
Talk to you
talk to you
later.
soon. Bye bye.
Bye.